I've known Katt Williams for over 20 plus years, from his hilarious stand-up specials and concerts to his insights on our culture.
The stuff you've done is not even doable in a small market, let alone a large.
From movies like Friday After Next to television shows like My Wife and Kids to the roast of Flavor Flav, and who could forget his appearance on Club Shay.
When he said, "Come on, Katt," and he was like, "No, man, nobody's going to want to do my show." Do you remember what you told him?
I told him lots of people would.
You said, "They're all coming."
Katt Williams and his unapologetic comedy style has us constantly laughing and thinking. It's 2026 now, and Katt Williams is releasing his new Netflix special, The Last Report. And he sat down with me for a new episode of Big Boys Off Air. So grab yourself a drink, some smoke, or however you get down, maybe some popcorn. This is Big Boys Off Air with Katt Williams.
Look, let me explain something to you. I'm not scared to say nothing.
I know that shit.
I'll say it.
Man, it is a pleasure to see you, brother. Where do we start? Let's start at the beginning.
Let's start at the beginning. Yes.
Hey, man, so we're here at a new year. And do you do resolutions or anything like that, or you just kind of don't do that stuff?
I do weekly. Like I'm constantly in the midst of a resolution.
You working on something right now?
At all times, I'm trying to refine this thing, and just get better. And that's where being messed up is so helpful, because you got so much, I got so much to fix. Like, this is wonderful.
Yeah, there's no such thing called perfect, huh? Or when you say no, I'm done, I'm fine now.
Yeah, it's pretty perfect where it is right now.
Right. But you also know, Katt, how to appear and disappear. Is that by design for you to appear and disappear?
As a hunter, it's part of how it goes, is that the prey has to be given enough time to relax and to feel like it's okay. And
come back
they
out.
can maybe say something or do something,
But talking with you also, Katt, are you aware of everything? And the reason why I ask you that is, even though if you know how to appear and disappear, right?
Right.
It seemed like you still hear things and see things, just from the conversation that we had before we sat down.
That's part of the disappearance. Like I'm saying, I'm not disappearing to twiddle my thumbs. I'm disappearing to do the behind the scenes work, the inner work, the shadow work necessary to pull off what it is I'm trying to pull off against, at times, supernatural competition. So, we stay in the gym.
When you say the supernatural, because there's certain things, man, that you you created a path that I feel is a blueprint to the way a lot of people do things now. Because when we first sat down, probably 2 decades ago, easy, the world was who's booking you, where you going, what production company you're with, who's doing your shows. And now we've seen the business move in a whole different direction. But you were already doing that, where when your shows went off, your name appeared in the credits, not just as a person, as the talent, but you made sure that either you put up your own money, executive produced it. Why was that important to you years ago?
My God is just so faithful. Like, I already knew, you know how they say know your worth? Mm-hmm. Like, I knew it. I knew my actual worth. And it can be a little more depressing if that's the case, if you don't achieve it, but I had long faith, and I believed in the product. I believed in the conversation that was being had. So to have paid for, produced, did all 12 of the first specials like that, that's because like this is my product. Like this is the best thing about me here that I'm selling. So that's an easy sell. Because I'm at least, if nothing else, I'm trying my best. Yeah.
But you know, we get this thing when everybody's looking to the right. There's few that come from the left. And you're one of those that kind of, when we were all looking to the right, you came from the left. Even when I fast forward to where we are now, this is year 32 for me in radio, right?
Right.
And I remember years ago, people used to say, oh, podcasts. Man, they doing a podcast because they can't get a radio show. You know what I'm saying? Podcasts are like what we call, oh, that's the graveyard. And now when you fast forward, it's the podcast that's, you know, podcasters making the money. Podcasters are leading the way, aside from, you know, some of us great radio personalities. But
Right.
that's one of them things too. And the reason why I bring that up is because at one point, you were probably looking to others as, man, what is he doing, man? He might as well just get with HBO, Showtime, any marquee. Were you feeling that early on when people thought like, did they feel you couldn't get the deal, or why you're not with such and such?
I don't know, Big. All I've ever done is win.
Right.
I'm just a winner. And, you know, unfortunately, at times, that requires you to take some punches, you know, for people to think, oh, he's losing. And then you win. It's a wonderful existence.
Do you do things to prove Katt Williams right, or do you do things to kind of prove others wrong?
It's a great question.
Thank you. You ever been asked that before?
No, never. No. And that is all of the questions thus far. Like, you're really great at what you do. That's why I'm here. But like, I care what people think, but only in the past tense. So I only care about what they think about what I've already done, not I would allow them to influence what I'm going to do next. And I don't have to prove anything to me. I'm just trying to do the best job that I can do, however it goes.
Are you critical in your own work?
Yes, but not overly. Like, I give myself enough room to make mistakes because I know I'm not perfect. And I've written these 14 hours of stand-up comedy. So it's great for me to even be in the position. I clearly know when I did a 8 instead of a 10, but I'm going for a 10 every time.
What keeps you on the road now, even with the new tour that's going out? Like, what keeps you on fire? What keeps you want to get in front of people when it's so easy to kind of like mail it in? And you're in a position where you're in competition with yourself. You know what I'm saying? But what keeps you to where you say, man, I need to get back out there. I need to get on the road.
The ticket sales.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying I'm still in the same conversation, you know, that one conversation. Since I started stand-up, I'm still in that conversation. So every time they see me, I'm just picking up on that conversation that we last had, and now, you know, and it's just been an honor because I really, whether I'm the best comedian in the world is debatable. Like, I don't even make it on some list of top 25, but to the people that like me, there's nothing like me. And so I bear that in mind at all times, and I'm always trying to give them the best experience possible if they come out and see me. Or if I'm in a movie part that is only 14 lines, I'm just trying to figure out how do I make this 14 lines resonate to somebody, you know? Because
I know very well.
I'm just thankful to have this as a job, you know?
Did you know when you came, because of course people come out to so-called Hollywood because it's the dream. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you came out to Los Angeles,
Yeah.
did you know that, because for one, we're here and it's hard to penetrate Hollywood anyway. When you say if you give me a few lines, you're gonna make it your own.
Right.
And we've seen that with you time and time again where you don't even have to be the star, Katt, but people will walk out and be like, man, he fucking killed that. When you leave home plate to come here, there's absolutely no turning back for you. Did you know that this was gonna happen for you?
Only the good parts. Yeah. I knew all the good parts were gonna happen. That's
Take
what
the
faith
bad.
is about. Like, I can remember being places and just being like, you have no idea who you just walked past, ma'am.
Oh shit.
You know? Just because I believed, you know? And I had been in a lifelong conversation with God about this. And in my dreams, I could see people clapping. I just didn't know what it was I was doing, you know? So I just wanted to find my purpose. And then, bam, I found stand-up. And then, so.
Let me tell you what's crazy about that, man, is with us growing up, it's my mom, well, rest in peace to my mom, and 7 kids, right?
Yeah.
And there was hardships, there was bouts of homelessness, stuff like that, right? And I remember we were living in a motel, and I told my mom, I said, Mom, one day I'm gonna buy you a house so we'll never be evicted again, right? Mm-hmm. And she looked at me, Katt, and she said, I know you will. She could have said anything like, you know, we got rent daily, please, Kurt, stop this. You know what I'm saying? It's real things going on.
Right.
But when she said, I know you will, it put something in me. Yeah. And I would tell my partners, my friends, I'd be like, man, I'm gonna be famous. I would literally sit down and write autographs. And it would be like, for some reason, I always said best wishes. So it'd be like to Katt Williams, best wishes, and it'd be Kurt, right?
Right.
And so from that point on, even when my friends told me, they said, man, if you make it, I would always say when. Like I knew that I was gonna make it. Then there's life shit that happens where, you know, you kind of, lose a little bit, but your eyes are very focused. So I understand what you're talking about when you say somebody walked past you, you're like, you don't even know who you just walked past.
Right.
And as long as you believe it, then you know, and I know it sounds cheesy when people say, oh, you believe it, you can achieve it. But that's some of the realest shit in the world, bro. Like if you believe it, like you could really achieve it. And I feel like you were one that didn't sacrifice certain shit to get to where you are today.
No, but you do want to be in a position where they want you to. Mm-hmm. You see?
Right.
You want to be able to tell Diddy no. You see?
Right. Piece of shit.
That's the position you want to be in.
Right. In the room.
You want to get all the way as far as your jurisdiction will allow you to go to be like, so say again now?
What we doing? Nah. Hey, Katt,
right.
Do you think you make people nervous?
Not dumb people. I don't make. Yeah. I'm saying anybody that would be nervous around me, that's very specific. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, make no mistake, I'm a predator.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're doing when you sit down? Now, I heard that you're only going to do probably 6 podcasts or 6 interviews. And then are you done with having these conversations, or was that
No, this
wrong?
is it. This is it.
This one?
Yeah, this is the last one.
This is it?
Yeah.
And don't tell me this shit. Then you pop up somewhere else and you're like, wait, hold on, no, this one's it. So this is it.
I mean, for me and you.
Right. this our last one.
Right. This.
So,
Yeah.
so this our last one. But you know what's crazy, dude, is that you're very peculiar. You know who you want to talk to. And that's why when it came up and it was like, oh man, Katt, bro, literally, I had a doctor's appointment today that I can't get back in until like March, especially this flu out here. I was like, man, you're going to have to fly that motherfucker back to the house because I need to sit down and have this conversation.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to think of something.
Right.
I'm
And the reason why I ask you, man, are people afraid of you? Because you don't have the Hollywood strings that some people have. Like, you're not worried about losing a such and such deal. You're not worried about losing a part. You're not, so you don't have the tie downs that some people have. How freeing is that and it's not about saying something, but knowing that you can say or do what you feel like you want to do from a guy that has a contract with iHeart?
I'm a public official. That just applies to me. It just means I try to stick as close to the center as I possibly can so that I can make the observations of the left and the right efficiently. That's what you said is what we just allow them to say so that they'll feel better and go back to work. There's nobody's contract that precludes them from telling the truth. Mm-hmm. Most of them are liars and bums, and that's why they behave as they do. I just make it clear that I'm free to, go past whatever the ramifications are afterwards, only because I believe that whatever it was that I said about you, no matter how harsh it was also the truth. Right. So you can spend time barking back at me or you can fix it. Don't be mad at the ref. I'm saying you traveled.
Right. Hey, man, when you did Club Shay, we haven't talked since then, even before then or after.
Right.
When he said, "Come on, Katt," and he was like, "No, man, nobody's going to want to do my show." Do you remember what you told him?
I told him lots of people were.
You said they're all coming.
Right. Yeah.
And when you look at it, did you know when you sat down that was going to be one of the biggest viewed podcast YouTube episodes with 90+ million and counting?
I knew that I could make the most out of the opportunity, and that if I did it correctly, based upon the research that I had done on what makes the algorithm work, I had determined that you had to do this particular thing 17 times consecutively. And it will require every time the person watching went, "That's not true." Right. It would have to mean that they would pause it and then go check real quick and then come back. It required a lot, but it was written to do the maximum amount of damage possible. And then it was scaled back and the knockout punches were taken out, just leaving the jabs, so that whoever I talked about, I didn't completely blow their spot up, but I did pull their coattail. Because when you think about it, like, they're not gonna believe that you're the mafia don unless you go in the room, take out all 5 families at once, and walk out, and then walk around unscathed afterwards. Like, that's really the only way anybody would believe it. Otherwise, it'll just.
And so what we saw, those were the jabs.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know what's wild about that shit? I had like nothing with you, no beef, no nothing. I watched that motherfucker and I was like, shit. I'm sitting up here like, man, did he get in contact with my ex or what the fuck? You know, like I think a lot of people, Katt, was on, and I don't, you know, I mean, I go home to my wife, all kind of shit, but I'm like, everybody was watching that shit like, what's next? And the crazy shit about it too, Katt, I don't know if you didn't have a tour. You're always doing something, but there was no promotion. Like even when I went to your social media, right? Usually when somebody break the internet or somebody got all these views,
Right.
They got clips on their pages. They got some agenda like, yeah, come check me out. Y'all didn't see nothing. Wait till you come and see such and such tour. I went to your page, Katt. It was nothing.
Yeah. I remember you telling Summer Walker that.
Yeah, it was nothing. And you see, even with Summer Walker, I don't even remember that, right? That's why I told you hear everything. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
Yeah,
But-
allegedly. Well, shit, you just brought back the Summer Walker shit, so that's not allegedly.
Right.
But yeah, it was like you were promoting nothing.
Those are the flexes that you can make if you're not bought and paid for. You can do stuff like that, you know? And it keeps it clear, you know? Because I thought it was necessary and that it would in time be beneficial as well. And thankfully, that's how it turned out. Yeah.
Did anybody catch a stray?
Say again?
Did anybody catch a stray bullet?
No, sir. No, there are no strays.
Anything that you said that you felt like, damn, that you regretted?
I often regretted taking the headshots out, but, you know, but again, this is probably 2 years later, we're still discussing it, you know? And that, as a predator, like, that's the most you can ask for. Like, if we have an altercation and you walk different for the rest of your life, like, that's something too, you know? Like if you never recover, a long way. Yeah, we like that, right? Because on the righteous side of things, we are doing better at every turn. Like the cup is literally running over to where it's just a mess now. Like it's embarrassing. And meanwhile, they cannot prosper even in delusion. Like it's terrible out there for this group.
Why was that necessary?
As a world, we're in a more truth-loving space right now, you know?
We're in a truth-loving space right now? How so?
People want to know the truth,
Okay,
no matter
got
what we're
truth-loving.
talking
I got
about.
you.
Like
I got
they
you. I got
no
you.
longer do
Got
they want to see the best actor or the best. They want the most authentic experience possible, to the point where people that are special needs and on the spectrum are just as famous as everybody else because you can trust them, you know, like they're great people.
Do you look at anything on social media? Do you have, because your presence is all over social media by others, but are you on social media? Do you look at anything?
Sounds like a trap question.
No, shit, it wasn't nothing behind that. That seemed like a trap ass fucking answer that you just gave right there.
I'm saying you here, you on my Wi-Fi, so I don't know what you know. You mean the porn searches?
Right? Nah.
Yeah.
Hey man, how do you write and how do you create? Because there's a lot of shit that's going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
And you're always in tune with what's going on in the world. Now,
Okay.
with the new tour that's going out, and I know you guys just did, like the IE, what does this new material consist of? When the world, I feel like the world does need laughter, but we need truth as well. And I think you deliver that extremely well.
Oh, thank you.
What does that, how much do you look at and what's going on in the world right now?
All of it. Yeah. I look at as much of it as I possibly can. But in this particular tour, I'm not talking about any of that.
Really?
Because my fans know that even if I just put a special out, when I come to your city, I'm not doing whatever that was. I'm doing a whole different conversation. So this particular tour, I only talk about me, which is kind of new, you know.
Is it hard to talk about yourself too, though? Because people say some of the hardest work is playing yourself, being yourself. And not that that's not real, but to get up on stage and where you become the material. What do the stories consist of?
No, I love me. I'm very, very proud of myself. Yeah, so no, I don't. I didn't look at failure like that, you know? I just looked at a failure as something that it took to get to the win, you know? So I compartmentalized things where it was healthy for me mentally. And so in all of these specials, I just talked about the world around me, but never, you know, what makes me who I am. So that's what I'm sharing this go around.
Man, this is like I was telling you, this is year 32 for me in radio. Yeah. And there is a staying power with what we do, and somebody always trying to, you know, who's the next guy, whatever that may be. With you, what do you feel your staying power, your strength is to be able to still pick up a microphone and still sell out exactly these bigger venues as well to this day?
I'm not sure what the question was, but thank you.
Right.
That was very nice of you
I'm
to
just saying,
say.
what do you think that staying power is? Especially, bro, when we're in a position where everybody's fickle, everybody want a new champion, you know, nothing lasts.
As a piece of business advice, have the best product that you can possibly have, right? And then be as consistent as you can with that. You know what I mean? So no matter where you were on your journey of Katt Williams, like, I've been 5'5" the whole time. You know what I mean? I've been this same. I think differently. I process things differently. And I deliver things differently. But it's at least authentically this guy. So that's what longevity is about, is not being able to somehow control the waves, but doing your best at its lowest, and then when you get to the highest, act like you've been there before, you know? Yeah.
Amen. My daughter is 17, right? Mm-hmm. And when I met you, I didn't even have kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember.
But it's wild that you're my daughter's favorite comedian.
Right.
And she
I was going to say a clever child.
Yeah. But she is. But it's wild because you haven't entertained everybody yet. You haven't met everyone yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people probably come into your shows for a golden age the first time ever.
Right.
And an artist, a singer, they can get on stage and they can do the hits.
Yeah.
Chris Brown can get on and do Yo, do every song that we know. As a comedian, you can't do the so-called greatest hits. So even with my daughter, she picked you up at a certain place.
Yeah.
And then now you got this new fan that you got to keep creating for. Because you can't say, oh, you thought, shit, you should have heard, you know, you thought woke folk, you should have heard this, woke folk. You know,
Right.
It's like I had all these other things before. So you
But our
constantly gotta keep
product
going.
is better now too.
Really?
So we have the excitement on our end of, oh boy, you might not know anything else. This can be the first intro, you know? And so for there to still be so many things that I haven't discussed and conversations that I haven't had, and then to have the track record of the 13 or 14 times that historically we've had a conversation as a comedy audience that came out in the news later and turned out. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about Joe Biden possibly having some issues 4 years before the world is. We're talking about cloned meat when it really is like we're having conversations that are historically significant. And so all of that is only trumped by the fact that we don't know what Trump will do tomorrow that we have to discuss because he's doing something world changing, you know? So it keeps it current and fresh.
Are you concerned about things like that too, though? Like where the world is at right now, the Trump era, the administration, or you just more what your world is, your audience, your family?
We're all affected by the same things. Like, if you didn't vote for him, he's still your president. Like, he's still doing that job. So, you know, it applies for all of us. These are human issues. Laughing is a human response to pain and turmoil, and we are all going through that at some level, you know? So that's what makes it universal, I believe.
Hey, Katt, why are you not concerned with the comedy, like the fraternities? Like all the comedians that kind of get together, you know, and you're not a part, nor do you want to be, of those fraternities. Not that that doesn't concern you, but why do you make sure you don't join the comedy fraternities of my partner, my boy, my girl, my this, my that?
It's far more likely that they weren't interested in me first. And one of the great superpowers in my life has been my ability to no longer want something I can't have. So the second I can't have it, I didn't want it anyway. And I mean that to the bone marrow. Like, you couldn't give it to me now, whatever it is we're discussing. So I have that. I have a whole fraternity of comedic individuals that benefit and thrive in a place where there is no baby oil, you know?
Man, you have changed like a lot of the, not just the narratives, but there's things that you will say, and I'm not even a comment reader. And if I just scroll down, it's like people say, oh yeah, Katt was right. You know, Katt tried to warn us. Katt tried to tell us,
Right,
you know.
right.
Had you ever went to a Diddy party? Like I'm talking about not what it turned out to be, but I'm talking about like when he would have the NBA All-Star party. None of those?
Yeah, so to quickly answer your question and to not say anything that would infringe legally. Yeah, a lot of people indeed do ask that. Like, how do you know what goes on at the P. Diddy party if you weren't at the P. Diddy
Right.
party, you know. But
Oh no, that's not what I'm asking. No, because there were different levels of parties too, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like some shit at the Palladium or some shit like that. I ain't talking about like some at the crib type of shit.
no, I see how that's gonna be clipped. That was just as good as Shannon's
shit,
"Come
huh?
On, Man."
I didn't
when
even
you
catch
went,
it.
well, what? Did he what? I wasn't asking you about that. I didn't ask you about a file.
Come on, Cat.
Come on. Yeah, so one of the jokes that I discuss on the tour is the fact that they would have these parties in the Hollywood Hills, you know, and then they would have a parking lot where they would shuttle people up. So everybody would meet in this parking lot and they would send shuttles down to, you know, Diddy's parties. And so I wasn't ever invited to the parties, but I was invited to the parking lot because I knew the people that ran the shuttle service. You knew them too, as it turned out. But yeah, I would go to the parking lot and I would watch them all go up there. And, you know, they would be thinking I'm coming later. I would just be on the car having a grand old time, smoking and laughing and watching everybody who's going. And yeah, so you can't tell me what goes on because 5 hours later, I'm still in the parking lot when they come down. And, you know, just to see all them big time Hollywood men that I just watched go up there, they all come down off the shuttle and looking sad in the eyes, and all of them wearing Sean John and looking oily, and they all walk crazy like this, and their shoelaces were always untied. I don't know why. Their shoelaces were always untied. And then they would get in their car and they would drive off standing up, big boy, with their head out there. All of them. And I couldn't believe it. But one of the highlights of my Hollywood career, you know. But you can't tell me, because I was there to see on both ends.
Hey man, you know what's wild about
Yeah.
that? I'm wondering how many people would see, oh man, these are jokes.
None of the people that was on the shuttle.
Right.
And they the only ones I care about. That's why I said when I be going in places, you know, heads go down. That's because you know, not because nobody else know. You know.
No, I remember you saying that when you walk in, heads go down.
Right. Because you can't really be mad at me because I probably been faithful too. I probably knew that this whole time about you and I didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? That gives you a certain level of gravitas as well, you know? Is that Will Smith know the story I have not told, you know? So it keeps everybody honest, you know? Eddie Murphy know what I haven't said, you see?
Look in the camera and say it. No,
Look, let me explain something to you. I'm not scared to say nothing.
I know that shit.
I'll say it.
No, don't say it. No. Don't say it.
They can't AI farm me now.
Right. Oh my man. Hey man, how liberating is it to be you?
My guy didn't just get good. Like, he been good the whole time. Like, it's really been a pleasure to have this as a life. And I was telling you earlier, like, that's why you are in the position you're in, because as an artist in any part or genre, it's important how faithful you stay to what you deliver to your audience, whatever that may be. And as a radio guy, what you have been able to do in Los Angeles and then make it international is just like, the stuff you've done is not even doable in a small market, let alone a large market. Like somebody who is really the voice of LA, like for real, like speaks for all of the different, like it's, you had to be really good to do that. And if you were really good, then how long could you continue to do it? Like, don't ask you, don't ask me, don't ask Bron. Like, you know, if you really good, you just keep going till you're not really good no more. And you know that that's not a thing.
Hey man, let me tell you, bro, like that, on the real, that means a lot coming from you, because you don't ask people for shit. You don't sugarcoat shit. You don't care what people say about you. You don't care about the circles. You don't. So anything that you say, bro, and I'm going to take that as extremely authentic, because I don't feel like you waste words, or you don't just give somebody something that they haven't deserved. And so for you to say that, bro, I will receive that.
What that mean?
I mean,
I'm
I earn
critical?
it. I take it. No, it don't mean, no, it's not that you're critical. That means that you wouldn't say it if you didn't feel it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I'm going to take that, and Lord knows I deserve it. I earned it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely going to take that, man.
But everything you ever told us from the fan side of it, like you did all of it. Like even though some of it we didn't really even think you could do. Like we were behind you and supported you, but did we think you could do it? Like, no, you used to weigh 600 pounds, man. Like you changed a body type and said you wanted to do it to extend your life, and then extended it in front of us while going through like, no, that's superhero type stuff. And that's the life I live, you know? To somebody somewhere, I'm a superhero, and I have to do my job to whoever those people are. And nothing else really matters. That's what I do.
Is it easier to be quiet?
For who?
Anyone. I can't
It's
say you
easy.
in
It's
general.
easier for my enemies to be quiet. Where's my camera? Yeah. Just be quiet. Just shut up. And I'll pass right by. Yeah. I just had to say that. Because, yeah, I'm not like that. And even if I used to be like that, I'm not like that anymore. You know?
You're not ever thinking about going outside and anything can happen? Well, anything can happen, but from something that you said.
I'm part of the reason anything can happen. Yeah. See, I don't look at that as a negative. I look at that as a supreme positive. I would be horrified if I thought I could walk out there and nothing would happen. How would I know I exist? No. And the least amount of this that you need to do, the better. And I don't have to do none. I broke my collarbone as a young man. My neck don't even turn around like that. That's why I handle things on whenever they pop up, you know? I don't let things drag on or out. I don't really want to go back and forth. Mm-hmm. I want us to either talk this out, and if you don't like talking it out, then pick a lane.
They're talking about a new Fridays movie. Will you be involved?
I would hope. I mean, I've done the white beard in case they want to make me the Santa Claus and make Ricky Smiley the pimp, you know, to see how it will work. But Yeah, no, I've heard the names attached, so I know it's going to be great. And if that includes me, then I'll be able to guarantee it. If not, I'm still going to be just as excited to go out and see it and get as many people to do it as possible. It's a great franchise.
Without being on stage, what does Katt Williams, what do you do as far as, is there a hobby? What's fun? Like, what's a day of Katt Williams if you're not on the road? What's exciting to you?
Okay, so the honest answer is none of your business. Like I can't really afford to answer that question because then you have the whole meat and potatoes of me. But I am surrounded by excellence in as many different facets as I can make possible at a time. So just the conversation in a house of three or four magnificent women and a waterfall trickling and a lighter going off and, you know, like all of my trigger points are being satisfied at most times. Just because that's all I really did is collect Rolodexes of the things that were good for me and the things that were not. And so my intent is to avoid all things that aren't great for me. Like, even if it comes down to trash bags, like, I don't have regular trash bags. I have trash bags that smell so delightful that it masks the trash smell. Like, you know, just surrounded by great things and pleasant triggers.
What would you say to Katt Williams 10 years ago?
I said it to him. That's how he did this. I told him.
Do you manifest?
Don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff. No, again, I'm trying to stay out of religious conversation as much as I can, but I am in a situation where spiritually the best is wanted for me. And so that's the expectation that I have. And it's like when I was young and I first traveled out of the country, like the fact that it happened in my teen years, like really made me appreciate America even more than I did just because of how special America is as a melting pot, and you know. So, what was the question?
I don't know. But you answered it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, Katt, the 3,000 books.
Yeah.
People looked at that, and that was 3,000 books in life or 3,000 books in?
I don't know. I don't know what the actual question was, but
Because there's some shit you'll say, right? When you said the 40 or the 50-yard dash, people are like, oh shit, then you went out and you fucking did it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not that people will question, but do you feel like when you say something, not that you have to back it up, but when you say something, do you feel like people are like, oh, that's Katt Williams?
if they say, oh, that's Katt Williams tells the truth. So I'm saying you later on find out that he's a speed reader and has been a speed reader all his life. And I'm saying you later find out what about his background and upbringing that made that the thing. You later find out that, I wasn't even allowed to watch TV or go to movies or nothing. Like, it really was just books. So I'm not sure how long it takes you to read a 300-page book, but it was taking me 2.5 hours, like movie time, So I'm having a ball. But I'm also winning weekly reader and winning pizza parties I can't even go to.
Hey, man, I think that a lot of people speak very well about you when you don't speak certain things about yourself. There's a lot of people that say, Katt put me on the road, Katt paid for this. And you never say it. Other people come out.
Right.
But I was at a theater one day, and you probably don't remember this.
Okay.
I was at a theater, and right when I was about to start ordering, I hear somebody behind me, and they're like, hold on, I got to pay for this. I turned around, Katt, and it's you, right?
I was wondering who that was an impression of.
Yeah, it's not good.
I was like an imposter.
Right. And he was like, I got to pay for this.
Right.
And so when I turned around,
And it was me.
It was you, right? Not only, and do you remember this story at the theater? And it looked like you were just by yourself.
You haven't told any part of the story yet.
But I'm
Keep
talking
going.
about, so it's not as special to you. Oh, that's what you're saying.
What wasn't special? You didn't say what happened
When
yet.
you bought me the popcorn and stuff. That wasn't special to you? Wow. Okay. No, but this is what happened. So I turn around and it's you.
Okay.
And you said, I gotta pay for this.
Okay.
So I upped the order once I knew that you were paying for it.
As you should.
Yeah, so once I knew, then everything became large and
That's how you know you knew me.
yeah. But Katt, you went in your pocket
Okay.
and you pulled out, you was like this, and you pulled out a knot. And I remember, man, you did like this. You gave my man $100, right? And anybody else that was kind of around there, you just picked up a couple things. And whatever the change was, you gave the dude the change. Now, I don't know what he was making an hour, but whatever you handed to him, he knows this story of your generosity. And it probably meant nothing to you, but it meant the world to him.
Right.
But you would drop those blessings with people and you will never say what you're doing. There's people that say, man, he paid my rent, he did this for me. And those are stories that just come out without you soliciting those, man. How powerful is it to be that guy? When people say, oh, my cup runneth over, sometimes we're the faucet.
The way I've done it, I get the rare experience of hearing somebody else tell what happened. And maybe I don't even remember it, but when I hear you tell it, I go, yeah, I'm proud of that guy. Yeah, that's what he would do.
Did you know what I was doing when we were in the garage and I asked you for that car?
You are a little confused. You got a pillow in the car.
Yeah. But I thought you were gonna give me the car.
You asked for the car,
right?
But we
then
settled on
the pillow.
The pillow.
And you know I'm gonna really leave with that pillow.
Look, this whole thing where you strong arm me.
Right.
It's not.
Hey, Katt, what's the future plan for Katt Williams? The Golden Age tour that's going down. The Netflix special that's coming.
Bam.
4
February.
years in February. What does this year look like? Are you on the road for the rest of the year?
I got 3 movies already in the can. This is the beginning of the tour. And we just signed our deal for Kemet Movie Works, so we are officially in the movie business down at the 300-acre studio. And so we have a lot going on, but all of it's great work. Like, the people that I'm working with next are like, if you're a fan of Katt Williams, then it's a list of people that you are like, I wish Katt would just work with this person, and all of that's gonna come true. So I'm super excited.
Did you ever feel a Hollywood shutout?
Second,
Like a Hollywood shutout, like you weren't part of the good old boys or the table or a blacklist?
well, I mean, if I was blacklisted, they did a poor job. I've done 60 movies, 50 television appearances on the 14th special. So if it was blackballed, that was unsuccessful. But I had researched my whole life on what the entity was before I got there, you know. My intention was to get in there and kick up some dust and try to become a whistleblower that they don't knock off. Because, you know, they get all the whistleblowers.
Why did you feel that was necessary?
Well, because I
Bring
believe
to light what was supposed to be supposedly in the dark.
well, I mean, if you're familiar with the Bible, then you know there's an Old Testament and then there's a New Testament. But we believe there's going to eventually be a New Testament. And, you know, we're just all trying to make sure we're in there. So it requires you to be enough in the culture where you can culturally shift on occasion.
Have you seen anyone, Katt, that you spoke about with Shannon?
All your friends. You know, here's the thing.
I don't know how to take that either. Shit, you like shit. All your friends.
Well, I'm saying because
all of them that do your show.
no, it's only like it's a couple kings out there, right? So if there are some issues in the comedy world, you know, it's certain places people got to run to their big homie. You know, it's only a couple of them out there. You know what I mean? So you either going to Jamie Foxx or you going to Chappelle, but you going somewhere to cry and go, did you see what Katt just did? You know? So you have to deal with that as it comes up. Like Chappelle came in the room, we had a great talk because we've been friends for years. And then he just explained to me that I had hurt some people that was near and dear to him. You know what I mean? And he brought Earthquake right in there, you know? And it was a little awkward because I didn't know what they wanted from me. I can't apologize because you can't read. Right. And yeah, so it's a little awkward, you know.
To say the least.
You just ask about, so how you been?
Right.
Because I'm saying, as you can see, I'm a physical specimen, you know? Like, I look very, very small on television, but in person, like, no, I'm a honey badger. Yeah, this is not worth your time or mine, you know, this type of problem. But yeah, I don't have a problem with that. That goes along with the rest of it. My job is to try before I see you to not feel the way I felt when I said, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to hit Cedric in his stomach, you know? Like, that was just a figure of speech, you know? You sell barbecue now. I wouldn't hit you in your burn ends, you know?
What you say?
I wouldn't. They got a place. Him and Anthony.
Yeah.
Bad Body Barbecue or something. I don't know the name of it, but I'm saying I'm always evolving, trying to be a better person than I was the last time. Always. So, you know, I'm always like the president. I want peace, but I like war.
Man, between you and 50 Cent, I pray to God I stay on y'all good side. Like, y'all motherfuckers.
Because I'll put this mask back on.
Shit, you been doing the whole motherfucker without the mask on? Shit.
I know,
The
because
people know it's you.
I forget to be nervous.
Right.
My natural self,
Man.
as a young rhinoceros, I have no prey.
Hey, man, let me tell you too, bro. We came, you gave us the invite, we came through. I didn't get one don't ask question. I didn't get a pre-talk. Nothing was off limits. And I thank you, bro, for just your time.
Right. Because you are an honorable dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's such a rarity. And you know, and I'm not that type of interviewee. Like if I don't want to talk to you, I'm just not gonna come because I need to trust that you know what to ask and not ask and are prepared to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're
And you know what's wild too, Katt, is I know everybody.
right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And they know you.
Yeah. You know, so.
But
yeah.
nobody got no dirt on you.
Right.
You clean.
Right.
That's hard to do in Hollywood.
Thank you for just sitting with me, brother. And we don't do this all the
Appreciate
time,
you.
but anytime we see each other, brother, it's
Every
special.
20 years.
Yeah. So I'll see you on what, 46?
Absolutely.
2046?
Absolutely. I just hope to be as close to this as I was, you know, still 5'5".
Right.
Still, you know.
150. You know what I'm saying? And as you said, steroid free.
Right.
I didn't know that was coming, brother.
I'm reading what y'all wrote.
Right. It's right there on the bottom.
I didn't.
Man,
None of
Katt
this.
Williams, bro.